Hello everyone. Today we will be learning how to solve question 3 from the computer application theory paper for grade 10. Question 3 is generally a class-based program. A class in Java is made up of instance variables, static variables, constructors, instance methods, and static methods. Now, all of the above components are optional in any class, and the order of the elements is not important for the Java compiler, though the convention is to mention the variables followed by the constructors and then followed by the methods. So today we will learn by solving a question from the past or from the specimen paper. Here is a question from one of the specimen papers by the council. Question 3 of the paper is generally a class-based program of 15 marks. And it is a very easy to follow question. So let us look at this question, and I have opened BlueJ here and we will make a new class. The name of the class mentioned is eShop. Make sure to follow the uppercase, lowercase convention, whatever is mentioned in the question paper. Click OK and then double click it to edit. I will select everything and delete and write the code as if we are writing a theory paper. Okay. So the first thing to do in any Java program is you write import java.util.start. This statement is important for us to allow using the scanner class and all the methods of the scanner class. The scanner class is used for taking input from the user. Followed by this, Java being an object-oriented programming language, all the code in Java is encapsulated inside a class. So we start by saying class, name of the class, eShop, curly braces. The next thing mentioned in the program is the member variables. In this particular problem statement, they have given us the data type of the member variables also. So we just need to say string name semicolon followed by the second member variable double price. Member variable string name double price. Following this, we start defining the member methods. The first member method mentioned is void except. So we write void except. A void method means this method will not return any value. Do a curly brace here. And then it says, accept the name and the price of the item using methods of the scanner class. Even if it is not mentioned scanner class, most of the time, the accept or the input method will expect you to define a scanner class and use its method to accept the input. So here we will make an object of the scanner class. Scanner SC is equal to new scanner system.in. Semicolon. Fine. We need to accept two things, the name and the price. So the first thing is we will prompt the user, enter name and price. The key mistake or the common mistake which many students make is they define the data type again over here by writing string name. Please do not do that. The variable has to be declared only once. And if it is declared outside of any method, it is an instance variable. If I define it again here, it becomes a local variable and then I will not be able to access it outside of the method, outside of this except method. So please avoid this mistake. You have declared name and its data type string. Over here now, you can directly just use the variable name is equal to sc dot next is the method for accepting a string value. Price is double. So the method from the scanner class is next double. And that is all for the accept method. The next method is mentioned over here, void calculate. To calculate the net amount to be paid by a customer based on certain criteria. So we say void calculate. Now this is condition-based discount, right? If the price is between 1,000 to 25,000, we will give a discount of 5%. Okay. So whenever there is a condition-based programming, we use if or we can use switch. So in this case, we will solve this problem using if. If price is greater than or equal to 1,000 and price is less than equal to 25,000. Okay. Then the discount to be given is 5%, which means the price of the item will be price minus of 0.05 into price. This is one way of writing. 5% means 5 upon 100, which is 0.05. Then there are following conditions. Else if price is greater than equal to 25,001 and price is less than equal to 57,000. You have to just repeat the statements. Price is equal to price minus. Now it is 7.5. Another way of writing this same statement is you will say 7.5 divided by 100.0. Make sure you write it 100.0 so that if it is an integer, then integer division in Java gives an integer. So you have to convert one of the numbers to a decimal. In this case, 7.5 is already a decimal, but make it a habit that whenever we calculate discount, write the 100 as 100.0 into the price. Else if third condition, price greater than equal to 57,001 and price should be less than equal to 1 lakh. At that time, the price is equal to price minus of 10 upon 100.0 into price. Finally, else price is equal to price minus 15.0 upon 100.0 multiplied by the price. And that completes our calculate method. This was the calculate method. The third method mentioned is display. Void display, no parameters. It is saying display the name of the item and the net amount to be paid. So we say system.out.println name is equal to, add it with the name variable over here, and system.out.println net amount to be paid equals plus the price, which completes our display method. It then says write the main method to create an object and call the above methods. So to create the main method, we normally write public static void main. Creation of an object. Now remember, the way to create an object is to mention the class name. Name of the object is equal to new class name. And in this case, just the open and close parenthesis. This over here is the constructor. Okay, we'll have a look at it. And now we need to call the above methods. Now, all these above methods are instance methods because we did not use the word static anywhere. Now, when they are instance methods, we call them using the object. So the first method to call is in logical order, obj.accept, which will allow us to accept values from the user. Obj.calculate, which will calculate the net amount to be paid. followed by obj.display to display the values to the user. And that completes the last method, followed by which we will close the class. Okay, we can just compile and check. Class compiled, no syntax errors. And then invoke the main method. Only the static method can be directly invoked from the class. So I'm going to invoke the main method, which is asking me to enter the name and the price of the. So name, I can say laptop. And suppose I say the price is 1 lakh. The final output is name is laptop, fine, which is what we entered. And since the amount entered is 1 lakh, 1 lakh falls in this bracket, which is a 10% discount. So the net amount to be paid is 90,000. Let us now look at one more example. So here, there is another example. Again, this is question 3 from one of the past board papers of 15 marks. It says a private cab service company provides service within the city at the following rates. Design a class cab service with the following description. Member variables have been mentioned. Member methods have been mentioned. And then details about those methods or the functionality of those methods have been mentioned. So let us go ahead, folks, and quickly create this class. Please say new class. What is the name of the class? Underline that. The name of the class is cab service. Okay. Double click it to edit, Control A and delete it. What do we start? Import java.util. You can say scanner or you can say java.util.asterisk. Then we start with our class. Class cab service. First are your instance methods. I'm just putting a comment here or the member variables. Fine. What are the member variables? String, car underscore type. This is the easiest part. Double KM, double bill. Followed by this, we are going to make our member methods. The first member method, if you notice, has the same name as the class name. A member method with the same name as the class name is a constructor. A constructor is used to initialize or give initial values to these member variables. Okay, so we do not write any data, return data type for a constructor. We just mention the same class name cab service and it is like a method. What functionality is expected? It says default constructor, which means no parameters. Initialize the data members. String data members have to be initialized to double quotes and double data members to 0.0. So car underscore type is a string data type. So we will initialize it like this. Kilometers is a double data type. So we will say 0.0 and bill is also a double data type. We'll say 0.0 and that completes the construct. Let's follow by the second method, void accept. As we said, accept is to accept car type and kilometer using the scanner class. So quickly, let's make that scanner sc is equal to new scanner system.in. It's better to write the prompt in one line to save time. System.out.println. Enter car underscore type and kilometer. Fine. Do not define the data type again. So we have defined the data type for car type string. So just use the variable car type is equal to sc dot next for string. Km is equal to sc dot next double for double data type. And that completes the accept method. Each of these methods have marks. So please go on following and write whatever you are able to do in that method. Okay. Next is void calculate. Void calculate says calculate the bill as per the rules given above. The rules say that if the car type is an AC car, okay, because the word is AC car, 2 words, we would have to use next line here. Remember, the next method only accepts one word, whereas next line is used to accept a sentence. Okay. So now we say we have to do a check. If the car is an AC car, okay, how do? We are doing a string comparison. So we say if car underscore type dot equals, and then you write the string that you want. AC car. Given in uppercase, we will just use uppercase. String comparison cannot be done using the double equal to operator. Okay. If the car is an AC car, then again we have two conditions. Distance up to 5 kilometers, rate is 150, flat 150 rupees. And if it is beyond 5 kilometers, then additional 10 rupees per kilometer. Okay, so we write a nested if, which is an if inside an if. So if the car type equals AC car, we say if kilometers less than equal to 5. Up to 5 means includes 5. Okay, if the kilometers is less than equal to 5, the bill is a simple fixed amount of 150. Else, okay, anything beyond 5 kilometers, the bill would be a fixed amount of 150 plus the additional charges, okay, plus 5 kilometers I have already paid for. So kilometers minus 5, okay, because for 5 kilometers, we are paying 150 rupees. Now, anything beyond those 5 kilometers, we have to pay 10 rupees per kilometer. And this completes the if car type equals AC. We'll follow this by else if car underscore type dot equals non-AC car. In this case, again, we have the two slabs. So the first slab is if km, kilometer, is less than equal to 5, bill will be a fixed amount of 120. Else, bill will be equal to 120 plus kilometer minus 5 multiplied by 8 rupees per kilometer. And that completes the calculate method. This question, calculate method, is the only method which has some programming logic. The other methods are simply accepting the input and displaying the output, and they are pretty standard. Okay, so the next method is void. Over here, we come to void display. No parameters, and we start the program. They want to display as per the following format. So system.out.println, whatever is fixed text has to be mentioned in double quotes, and they have given it as uppercase. So we will mention uppercase, colon, in addition to car underscore type variable. Do note Java is case sensitive language. So I cannot mention the variable name in uppercase. Followed this by kilometer travel, colon. Okay, try and replicate the output how they have mentioned. So km is easy, followed by system.out.println will plus, which completes our display method. The final method is saying create an object of the class in the main method and invoke the member methods. So making the main method public static void main open close parenthesis and then the curly braces, making an object. What did we say? We have to use the class name. Cab service object is equal to new cab service. Because we have mentioned a default constructor, we just give open and close brackets, semicolon. And now using this object, call the methods. So obj.accept is the first method. in logical order, obj.calculate, second method, and obj.display is our third method. And that completes the main and that completes the program. And followed by this, you have to follow this by the variable description table. What do you mention in the variable description table? The variable, its data type, and its usage. So what variables have we used here? Car underscore type. The data type is string. And you will write used to store car type. KM, data type is double. Used to store kilometer. Bill, double. Used to store the bill amount. The final variable we have used is obj, the object, okay, which is of type cab service. And this is the object used to invoke methods. And that completes the program. So we have seen two examples of how to solve class-based programs. This is a third example. New class. Class name is mentioned, employee. Open it, delete the whole thing. First line is import java.util.scanner. Class name, employee. First are the member variables. Data type has not been given, so we need to define. Eno will be a type int. The name of an employee would be of type string. So it is always the data type followed by the variable name. Age will be an integer and salary we will make it as double. Okay. These are followed by the member methods. First method mentioned is accept. As we said, we have to make a scanner object. Scanner sc is equal to new scanner system.in. Give the prompt to the user system.out.println. Enter. Now, what will we accept? We will accept the enum, the name, age, and basic salary. Fine. How do we accept it? The variable name without its data type. Eno is equal to, it's a number integer. So sc.next int is the method in the scanner class to accept integers. Ename is sc.next. Age again is sc.next int. Followed by basic, which is sc.next. What is the data type? Double. So double with D capital. Each word in Java starts with a capital letter. That is the convention. So here we finish the accept method. The calculate method is to calculate the net salary as per the given specifications. Now, if this net salary, they have mentioned a variable net here, which is used in the calculate method and it is also used in the print method. So if you want a variable which is available across method, it has to be a member variable. Okay, remember that only these variables which are outside a method are available to all the methods. So I will define a double net here. Okay, we will not accept net from the user because net is something which we are calculating in the calculate method. So void calculate, curly braces. Now, how do we calculate? It says the logic for net is basic plus HRA plus DA minus PF. Now, what is HRA? Okay, so we have to write, we can write the whole thing in one line. Okay, or we can break it down. So we can say double HRA is equal to percentage anytime 18.5 divided by 100.0. Okay, multiplied by the basic. Fine. HRA is used only in this method. Hence, I will define its data type here. That means I'm declaring the variable as a local variable. Then double DA is equal to 17.45 upon 100.0 multiplied by the basic. Double PF is equal to 8.10 divided by 100.0 multiplied by the basic. Okay. So the basic salary or the net is equal to basic plus HRA plus DA minus of PF. Semicolon. If we do not want to declare these variables, I'm just putting a comment here. I could have also written net is equal to basic plus, what is the HRA formula? 18. So I could put a bracket here, 18.5 upon 100.0 multiplied by the basic plus, fine. I could take this value, multiplied by the basic plus, sorry, it's minus, okay, minus of the basic. Fine. We could write a single line formula in this manner also. This is better because you're breaking it up into small parts. Fine. Then they say if the age of the employee is above 50, they get an additional allowance of rupees 5,000. So if age is above 50, so only greater than 50, right? Get used to putting brackets. Single line if statements do not require these braces, but if you're habitual, then you can put it. So then I say the net is equal to whatever is the net plus an additional amount of 5,000. And that completes the calculate method. Third method over here is the print method, void print. Right? And they want the output to be printed in this particular format. Okay. Now, how do we print that? These are the headers, and then you have to print the values. So we say system.out.println. Okay. If your thing doesn't fit in one line, you can write it in 2 lines. It doesn't matter in the paper while writing. So we want first the heading. So headings are in double quotes. No, followed by a space. Okay. And that space is a tab. So you have to put a \T. Your escape sequences is \, your comments are /. So \T would leave 4 spaces followed by ename plus, okay, no plus here, \T followed by the age, \T followed by the word basic, \T followed by the word net, and that is in double quotes. If you feel like, you can put spaces around these, but this is all in string. Okay, this will give a heading as given in the question paper. Now we want to print the actual values. So system.out.println. The no is a variable, so it will not come in quotes. I will write no like this. Plus, I want to put a \T which has to come in quotes. So I add it with double quotes \T. Plus, followed by the ename variable without quotes, \T in quotes. Okay. So I will print all the variables in this manner. Okay, if it doesn't fit on one line, you can continue on the next line. After age, I want to put a tab. Then the next variable, which is basic. Variables are without quotes. Escape sequences and text are in quotes. Net. And for after net, I don't need to put a \, so I close this. And this is how the print method would look like. This is followed by the last method, void main. Generally, we write main like public static void main. It says create an object of the class. Now, by now we know class name object is equal to new class name. Brackets. How do we call in logical order? The accept method first, followed by the calculate method, and then the display method. That completes the method, and that completes our class, and that completes this session of programming question 3 from the theory paper, which is generally a class-based program.